What is up, everybody? It's me, Wildest Gameplay, and here is the team of the week for 17th of January. And I'm going to start in defense with QPR goalkeeper Julio CESAR, who everyone knows has been a class goalkeeper over his career, and he's done exceptionally well this week when QPR drew 0-0 with Tottenham Hotspur. Keeping a clean sheet, 86 diving, that's amazing. 86 reflexes, 81 handling, and 85 positioning. He's such a good player. Oh wow, and he's Brazilian in the Premier League. You only have a Brazilian in the Premier League, I think, is like Gomez for Tottenham. So he's good for if you want to do any chemistry, squad builders, and shit like that with Premier League and Brazilians. So Julio Cesar back to his best with an 83 in form. Well done to him. I don't know who this guy is, Daniel Alevar, but his pace is decent. You know, no, actually, it's not decent. His defending's decent, 78. Getting as quite close to 80 as you possibly can for a silver player. And I believe he is tall. Tall, yes, 185 centimeters. Tall left back. Gonna cause his defense a lot of problems from corner kicks, and he's gonna have to defend very well from corner kicks. Next, we have Raphael, who played against Liverpool on the weekend at Old Trafford. I didn't think he deserved the inform, but they gave him one anyway. 85 pace. He's not one of the fastest right backs in the Premier League, considering there's Johnson, uh, Walker, and also Mika Richards. But since his defending stat is 80 and his dribbling is 80, near enough 80 as well, makes him a good option. And again, good for Brazilian teams, Brazilian transformations, and Brazilian hybrids. This dude over here, Aurier, not the best player at all. Defending is one less than Alevar's over here. Pace is 80, decent. He's black, so that means he's going to be strong. He's 874 centimeters, so he's a bit short, and he's got himself in form. Next, we've got James Milner at right mid, who scored that stonking goal against Arsenal on the weekend. So he's been awarded with 81 shooting. Parsons 86, which is very, very good. And he would go well in any English team, any Manchester City team, and any Premier League team because of his passing and his dribbling. And not always what the card says is how good they play. I played with the normal James Milner, and he is exceptional. So this informal version will only be adding to that. Next, we've got Matic, who plays for Benfica. I believe they drew 2-2 against Porto. I think, I'm not too sure. I think it might have been a week before. But he's only 77, but his heading and defensive is good. You don't expect much from his pace. His shooting is average, his passing is average, and his dribbling is okay for a central defensive mid. Don't know much about him, so there's him. Next, we've got Gökhan Inler, who plays for Napoli, and he is a beast. Especially last year, he had a couple informs, and my friend who I used to play against used to just dominate me with him, and he scored plenty of goals, just own the midfield. And with these stats, I think you can, depending on who your opponents are. 81 dribbling, so he's got the skills to get around people. 82 dribbling, 82 defense, sorry, so he's the centre mid going forward, but he can obviously win the ball back quite well. His shooting is 81, so he's going to pop you in quite a few goals from distance, from close range, whatever. And his passing is obviously of a good stat. He's quite tall as well, 183 centimeters, so he's probably going to win a lot of defensive headers. Quickly, doesn't say how many stars he is. So yeah, Gökhan Inler is a great player. Next, we've got Labiad, who plays for Sporting Lisbon. Oh, these are the type of players I like. They're young, short-ish, and they've got good dribbling and good pace, and you can just have fun with them. You know, you don't expect much from them. His shooting's okay. It's nothing special, and his passing is nothing special as well. But when you get the ball with him, you're just gonna want to run at players and take them on, and this is exactly what you're gonna want to do with Labiad. So I'd recommend picking him up if you have a Moroccan team or a Portuguese league team. Now, Gilardino, the legend himself, formerly of AC Milan, back with an inform, back in the goals. Now he's 80, but his shooting only 77. His heading is the one that's got him the stat, I believe, 84. But since he's such a legend, and we all know who he is, I reckon his shooting should have gone up by more as well, because he is very, very good, as we all know. Good for Italian teams with when you don't want to have the best players, just build a team of legends. You could get him, Cassano, you could get Pirlo, these old style Italian players who of yesteryear who still can do the job. Excuse me. Next we have Romelu Lukaku, who is a absolute beast. Fantasy football players will know that he gets so many points when he plays on the pitch, and he has 109. He's 190 centimeters tall. That's like 6'4", 6'5". I'm not too sure. For a silver 84, he's a beast. 82 pace, 78 shooting. You know he's gonna have ridiculous amounts of strength. 76 heading. You'd think it'd be more, but then again, he is a silver player, so they gotta mute him to a certain degree. And I find when you play against a silver team, when you're a gold team, FIFA and EA balance the teams to a certain degree anyway. So for example, Lukaku will be able to outskill and outmuscle company, but when it comes to stuff like passing and perhaps dribbling, then you're gonna see a clear difference there. For example, just in those examples. But often players are still great when they're silver and bronze. I played against a Jeremy Emnes and he outmuscled every single one of my players. Martin Skell in form, he outmuscled him and just was beasting it. Finally, we have Roberto Soldado, who has been ever present really for Valencia. He's sort of done like a he's this Navas sort of thing where he's just stayed at the club and done really well. Also, similar to what Fernando Llorente has done. And his pace isn't great, his dribbling isn't that great, but his heading and shooting are the ones that really stand out, which means that he's going to finish almost everything. I've had him before, I've played against people who have him, and he just seemed to mop up everything. Give him a chance, he's sort of like Higuain, and he'll finish it. And this time he's Spanish, he's like the Spanish version of Higuain, in my opinion. And he's got long shots, finishing. So if you're planning to build any sort of Spanish team with a bit of finishing other than Torres and Villa, then this guy is definitely on the cards for you. Anyway, this has been January Team of the Week, and I hope you enjoyed it. Snap up these informs from later on today, I believe. Alright, guys, peace.